Hi everyone, welcome to the Hungry Chush. Today I'm going to show you how to make crepes. Crepes are the French version of pancakes. The difference between a pancake and a crepe is very thin. It's like paper thin. You can fry it on you have to fry it. You can fry it either on a non-stick pan or on a griddle or a wrought iron griddle. I use a griddle. So there are different ways to make this. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you how I make it, and my kids like it. So it's very simple. It's not something you want to do on a weekday because it does take time to fry these crepes. This is a weekend treat. Okay, so to get going, I'm going to use one egg. Okay, so I'm going to break the egg here. There we go. To this one egg, I'm going to add about a cup of milk, about 1 cup of milk that I have. Here we go, 1 cup of milk. Now, we're gonna adjust the consistency as we put this together because you want the dough to be runny. It should not be very thick, it should be runny. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my hand beater and I'm gonna actually beat this mixture. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is in this bowl, as I said, I've got the egg and the milk. So I'm gonna beat this together so that it mixes well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm using a hand beater. I'm just gonna give it a nice beat here. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so now to this one, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, just to give it some taste. A little bit of salt, just a pinch actually. So I think this is about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt that I have here. I've added that in. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar just to give it a little more sweetness here. So maybe about 4 tablespoons of sugar. That should do. That should do, the 4 tablespoons of sugar. So if we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4 tablespoons of sugar that I've added. I'm gonna beat this up a little bit more. Now some folks actually put in 2 eggs. It depends upon how eggy you want it. I like mine with just 1 egg. So there you go. Okay, now this part is good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the dough, the all-purpose flour. I'm gonna do this for 2 cups. So when I use 1 egg, I normally use about 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 cup of milk. But then I adjust the consistency of the thickness or add more milk depending upon how thick or how thin I want it. So there we go, 1. Yep. There we go. That's 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm just gonna give it a light stir so that it doesn't fly all over my face. And then I'm gonna start the beater. Now if you see, it's becoming thick. So what I normally do is, now based on the thickness, I keep adding milk. So let me first mix it up. So you see this, right? This is okay. But it's too thick, so I'm gonna add some more milk to this. Okay, so I'm gonna pour some milk so that you can add water too. I like milk because I'm giving it to the kids. They get some part of their milk as well in this one. I'm gonna add another cup of milk, I think. I have another cup of milk here. I'm gonna add little by little just so that I get it the right consistency. You'll see it'll come together. Now these crepes, you can actually have it sweet or you can have it like a savory dish. You can roll it up with ham, or you can even with fruits actually. You can cut up some strawberries, some bananas, and have it that way as well. You can wrap it up together. Or you can just spread Nutella on it and just have it like a treat. Add some more. I'm going to add all this milk here. So in total I've added 2 cups of milk to this mixture. So now we're going to add a little bit of baking powder to this one. Maybe about one-fourth teaspoon of baking powder. Let me show you how much I'm adding. It's about so much. I guess it is a little bit more than 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder here. Okay, so I'm just going to add it here. Okay, just mix it together. I think it's slightly thicker than what I want, so I'm going to add a little bit more milk to this. You can add water as well. Yeah, slightly more milk, maybe about 1/4 cup of milk. That's what I'm going to do. A little bit, lightly. A little less than 1/4 cup I've taken here. So, okay. Yeah, that's it. So make this together, and we'll keep it aside. Now what we need to do is get our pan pretty hot. You can have some butter so that you can spread it on the pan, and then we're going to fry it just like we fry pancakes. The only thing, we're going to make it thinner. You can use like a non-stick pan, yeah, the pans which are available now, the Teflon pans, but I prefer my griddle. So I'm going to oil it and then make sure it is sizzling hot. Then I'm going to spread it out thin. Okay, I'll show that to you. So here you go. So what I've done is taken a spoon of this dough, and I've just put it on the pan. I've spread it out nice and thin. So I'm going to wait for it to cook a little bit, maybe about a minute or two, and then I'm going to flip it over. Okay, so I'm going to flip it around. This looks just right. I'll just keep it for another 30 seconds on this side, and I'm going to move it to a plate. Okay, so I'm going to move this to the plate. This is your crepe. You can have it with the blueberry sauce, or you can have it with anything that you like. Maple syrup or Nutella. Okay, enjoy.